But, yeah, so we're gonna go potato shopping.
No, not again!
Welcome to Krocks in the Kitchen.
I am Brian.
And I am Jessica.
We are not in the kitchen.
No, we are not. We're in the car, and 2 years ago, on this exact same date, we were in this very same car,
Yup.
outside of this very same Trader Joe's, getting ready to embark on a journey.
That has now since become an adventure.
Yes. So we're 2 years into this adventure, and we're not actually going to buy any potatoes today, probably. We're just going to do some normal grocery shopping. But we thought it would be fun to take another look back.
Another little trip down memory lane. So let's go back 2 years ago.
But, yeah, so we're going to go potato shopping. So my plan is I think we're going to get maybe 3 or 4 different bags of potatoes, like sweet potatoes, russets, Yukon Gold, like...
I'm big and green today.
Yeah. That's how I like it.
That's a lot of potatoes.
If it's worth it.
This bag hurts my hand. Let's go. I'm big and green today.
Just how I like you. Actually, this shirt is too big. Take it off.
Okay.
Now you're really green.
Super green.
Super green. Let's go.
Come on, let's get out of here. These bags are heavy. Well, that was a fun little walk down memory lane. Yeah, I mean, it's always crazy to look back and see what we actually looked like back then when we first started. But we have more to do, and we're not going to sit here in this hot car that's sitting in the sun as the sun gets lower and lower and right onto us, as you can see here. But we are going to head back to the kitchen to give you guys an update on our 10-pound challenge that we had for this last month. So let's get back to the kitchen. I hit you in the face. And we're back in the kitchen, where the Krocks belong. It was a nice little quick trip going back to the old Trader Joe's. Yes, the staff did think that we were crazy. It's just what happens when you're out there filming YouTube videos out in the world and people are like, why are these weird people documenting their lives? But it was really nice to go back and relive those moments from 2 years ago and from when we bought a bunch of potatoes.
Yeah.
And why did we buy a bunch of potatoes, Jessica?
Well, I think it's time for like a little recap. You know, I like to do my recaps.
Yes.
So we are a couple. We started out at 800 pounds combined.
Yes.
That was in June 2018.
Mm-hmm.
I am proud to announce today, sitting here right now, we are 464.4 pounds combined. I think that's right. Let me
Yep, that was right.
Yes.
464.4.
464.4 pounds combined. If you do the math on that, that means that we lost, well, we really started at like 799.4. We just rounded up to 800 because 800-pound couple sounds like
way cooler than 799.4.
So if you do the math, we have lost 335 pounds combined.
Mm-hmm.
But we started with a little thing called 2 weeks of plain potatoes.
Yes.
And that is how this whole adventure got started. Now, when we did the potatoes, we were following what we heard about from what Penn Jillette did to lose weight, and Ray, who was on our channel earlier this year.
Ray Cronise.
How cool was that? He actually was the one who was like orchestrating and like helping Penn figure all this crazy stuff out.
Yes.
And so we followed in that path as best we could and tried to figure it out with what resources we had. And that's how we landed on, let's do 2 weeks of potatoes and then switch to a whole food plant-based diet.
Yes.
Now, we always get associated with the potatoes.
Yeah.
And the potatoes were just the first 2 weeks.
That was just the tip of the iceberg.
That was just the tip of the iceberg in this long adventure that we've been on. So if anybody is out there wondering, like, how did these people lose all this weight? It's by following a whole food plant-based diet.
Yes.
It's literally by eating plants.
Yep. And there was nothing magical about the potatoes or anything.
There's no gimmick.
Yeah, it wasn't a gimmick. It was just something that we did, and we documented it, and then we put it up on YouTube just because we could.
Yeah.
But it was an experience that we will never ever forget.
That's
and it
for
is an
sure.
experience that we will never ever recreate.
Or recommend other people to do.
Also very true. But as we said, that was just the small part of what we actually did. The vast majority of what we did is a whole food plant-based diet, and that is how we lost the majority of our weight.
So I think that's enough recapping.
Yes.
For now.
So we should probably get to weights and stuff.
Yes.
And the 10-pound challenge.
So how did the 10-pound challenge come about, Brian?
The 10-pound challenge came about because I started out at 514 pounds.
0.4.
0.4 pounds, yes. And so since it was June 22nd, when I got to the year mark, I was cruising along. Then when I got to closer to this year mark, I was like, okay, well, I'm still losing weight, but I want to hit that 200 pounds lost by June 22nd, our 2-year anniversary. Total lost. Not what I weighed. I don't weigh 200 pounds. But I wanted 200 pounds lost. And so I was like, well, I'm a month out from there. I want to actually try and lose like these last 10 pounds. It was 10.2 pounds that I needed to lose to get to that point. And so I was like, I'm going to challenge myself to do this. When I challenged myself to do it, it brought in Jessica and several of my other friends. And I had them on my podcast talking about this little challenge that we were doing. And we were doing an update of that podcast and find out who lost weight, who did what, if anybody succeeded or failed or whatever it happens to be.
It's up now.
It is up right now, and you can click
the
below.
link below and listen to that podcast so you can hear more about what we did during the 10-pound challenge, but also more about our friends and all that fun stuff. And it's going to be, we haven't recorded it yet, but it will be up when this video goes up, but it's going to be super inspiring because not everybody succeeded, you know? And so you get that, like, you get the realness of it all and how hard this actually is.
Yes.
But, Brian.
We should probably get to the actual numbers.
Did you hit the mark?
I don't want to do mine first. Let's do Jessica's first.
Okay, fine. So I started out in June 2018 at 285 pounds.
Yes.
Last year on June 22nd, our 1-year anniversary of starting this adventure, I weighed in at 165.0.
Yes.
And that was significant because I, in my head, had my original goal. It wasn't my goal weight.
Yes.
But my original goal was to get back to 165. And so the fact that I hit it on that 1-year mark last year was so insane and like amazing. The reason I had that number in my head was that's kind of where I remember being at before we got married like 9 or 10 years ago when I had, well, we got married 9 years ago, but 9 or 10 years ago, I was at like 165. And I remember that being like my lowest adult weight because I had lost a ton of weight to get to that point.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted to get back to that point, and I did. I succeeded last year. Now this year, obviously, so going into the 10-pound challenge for me, I was at 160. So I'd only lost 5 pounds.
Yes,
in
but
the year.
you had a rough year. You had
But
some ups and downs.
I had my whole watch the getting back on track videos. I got off track a little bit for a couple months. I had again, like we traveled, we just like, everything just kind of came into play. But I was 160 and I wanted to get to 150 by today, the 2-year anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't make it. But I didn't expect to make it because I didn't expect at this point in my weight loss to lose 10 pounds in a month is possible, but it's hard.
Yeah.
So I didn't make it, but I knew I wasn't going to make it. And I got in my head this very specific number.
Yes.
Because we use this app, this Renfo app for our weights. And I had in my head this very specific number that I wanted to get to was 153.8.
Why'd you want to get there?
Because according to Renfo, that is where I am at the highest absolute end of being in the normal range for my BMI, which I haven't hit in my adult life ever. I've never been in the normal range. Now, do I really care about BMI? Do I think BMI is kind of like, whatever? But on the app, and we're going to show you some screen grabs from the app. On the app, it has every little categories. They're either red or they're like
yellow or
green. And everything else in the freaking thing is pretty much green except for my BMI and a couple other random things. So hitting 153.8 meant that my little BMI thing would click over to green, and I was so pumped. I weighed in at exactly 153.8.
Yes, you did.
And I don't know how I did it.
Super excited.
I don't know how I did it. I was like 6 a.m. and I was like running around like, Brian, I hit it. And he's like, what? We're going to show you right now the progression of that month. So I started out that month at 160.2, and then I ended up down to the 153.8. You can kind of see some of the ups and downs along the way and all that.
For a grand total of?
So for my grand total of weight loss was 6.4 pounds, which I'm super happy with.
That's good.
During the 10-pound challenge. I'm happy with 6.4. I think that's excellent. Like, if I can keep it at that rate, like, I can get to whatever my goal weight is and all that and be all, yeah. So I've only lost 11.2 pounds in the last year, but I feel like it was a good year. I learned a lot. I'm still lower than I was last year. I hung on to that weight loss, and I feel good about it. My total weight loss at this point is 131.2, which
awesome.
Is like just blows my mind. Like, yeah. So anyway, I know that was really long, but those were my little milestones and what I hit.
Perfect.
So now, Brian.
Yes.
Did you hit your 200-pound total loss?
Before we get there, let's recap my thing. 514.4 when I first started out. Last year I was 355.2, which was pretty good. Then we did a bunch of vacations and I ate a bit more of, other stuff, more beans or maybe some more nuts and stuff. I didn't really lose weight. Yeah, the Ezekiel bread. And I just kind of kept going up and down throughout the rest of the year. And then this whole isolation thing happened and I actually started losing weight again. And I was super excited about that. But I wanted to get those last 10 pounds. So I started last month at 324.6. I needed to hit 314.4 to actually have lost 200 pounds in 2 years.
So did you hit it?
On June 22nd, I weighed in at 310.6 pounds. Yes, I totally made it. I totally blew past that number down to the 310s, and I was super excited about that. I actually hit the 314.4 more than a week ago, and I was just like, yes, this is awesome. And for a grand total of 14 pounds lost. I was just ecstatic about all of this.
Good job.
And so that means that my grand total of weight loss is now 203.8 pounds lost from 2 years ago to now. And I am so excited about that. I am really excited about continuing the weight loss and getting down into the 200 pounds range, you know, the 299 on down.
Yeah.
And getting healthy and stuff.
So you've lost 44.6 total pounds in the last year, which is still a really good.
Pretty much from February
year.
on.
Now, both of us could have lost way more this year.
Oh yeah, we could have.
But
we admit that as a failure of ours and not sticking to our diet.
Let's show them.
Well, you're not sticking to the diet. I did fine.
Calm
I was
down.
okay.
Hey, whatever. So let's show them your progression over the last month, so you can see kind of. And that's the way our weight loss always is. It's always like...
Yeah, you can see I've got bumps in there where I go up in weight and then all of a sudden I drop down in weight. It's just the way I always am, where it's like up, down, up, but I always drop down lower than what I was before.
It's
so
crazy.
It's really interesting. It's fascinating how the body kind of works that way. I wasn't really eating anything different or different things in different days. Like, I mean, I was kind of keeping things fairly regimented. But yeah, I got down there and I'm super excited about that, and I'm very, very happy with everything that we've accomplished, and I'm looking forward to this next year of doing more stuff.
So do you realize sitting here today that you, Brian Krocks, 6'6" Brian Krocks, and I'm 5'6", by the way, so I'm like a foot shorter than him. You only weigh 25.6. Is that math right? Yeah. 25.6 more pounds than I did when I started.
Yep. I'll be coming up to that number soon, where
when
I will weigh as much.
When he hits 285, that will be like so weird, because it's just weird. Like, it doesn't make any sense, and yeah, it's crazy.
Yep.
But
do we have anything else to get through?
Yes, we do.
Oh, we do?
I have a special
potato
cake for us. I have a special potato cake. So this is our 2-year anniversary cake, and it's 2 years and it's in a potato.
Yes, it is. Well, Jessica,
we need a potato song.
We don't have a potato song as of yet. Maybe I can write one later on.
Yes. Next year I want a potato song.
So here's what I'm going to do. Okay. Please subscribe to the channel and click the bell that is right next to it. Find us on all the social media stuff, Facebook, Instagram, all that kind of thing. And if you want, like and share the video. It really does help grow the channel. But Jessica,
yes,
happy anniversary.
Oh, thank you.
And here's to another year of getting healthy, of me losing some more weight, you probably losing some more weight too, and just all the other exciting things that we can do and bring to this channel and share with all of these other people, and hopefully inspire a few more people to get healthy as well.
Well, I wanted to wish you a happy weight loss adventure anniversary, potato dumb whatever. And I can't imagine doing this adventure with anyone but you.
I love you.
I love you.
All right, make a wish. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I think you blew it out.
Oh, then maybe I get the wish. Either way, we will see you next time on Krocks in the Kitchen. Bye.
Bye.